What is going on, guys? How you doing today? Today we're going to be working on the lower control arms of the 350Z, so let's get to it. Alright guys, so the bushings on the lower control arm of the 350Z are completely shot. So what I went ahead and did is bought some newer lower control arms. They're EMUSA from Amazon. They have poly bushings already installed in them and they're painted black, so they look really nice. So let's get to looking at them and then we'll get them on the car. Alright guys, so here are the EMUSA lower control arms. Come in this box. And they're both pre-packaged, so let me open one up and then I'll show them to you. Alright, so here's what they look like. They're made out of machined aluminum and they have polyurethane bushings in them. They look really high quality. So once we get them on the car, we'll see how well they actually work. They have labels on them. So it has an L on here, so this is for the left side. So let's go ahead and get started on that side and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, in order to get this lower control arm off, there's 4 bolts. There's one right here, one connected to the sway bar, one to the frame, and then one to the steering knuckle here. So we're gonna go ahead and get those 4 bolts off, and then this thing should just come right out. Alright guys, I got one side done. Looks pretty good. Probably gonna drive a lot better. So we're gonna do the other side and then we're gonna take it for a test drive. One tip for you is jack up the hub. That way it's a little bit easier to get out. I was messing around way too long with that and then I finally jacked it up and it came right out. But let's get to this other side and then I'll show you guys the finished product. So this is why I ended up replacing these, because as you can see, this bushing is not even existent anymore. So if you guys have an older 350Z, well, they're all getting pretty much old now, so if you guys have a 350Z, I would definitely check your bushings out and replace them with some poly bushings. You could buy just the bushings. It's just kind of a pain in the ass to cut these out and then replace them. So if I were you guys, I would check out these control arms. They're pretty decently priced. Or you could get some OEM ones for about the same price. They're around like 100, 150 for a set. So it's not too bad. So I'm going to get the tires back on. Then we'll go for a test drive to see how the handling is. Alright guys, so we're going to go take a test drive in the Z to see how the control arms are doing. See if it's better. I'm sure it will be. Since neither of the control arms are even hooked up at all basically, because the bushings were completely trashed. Alright guys, let's test this out and see what it feels like. I haven't taken you guys on a drive in the 350Z yet, but it's driving really well since we did the flywheel. It's driving a million times better. Put almost 500 miles on it, so the clutch is almost broken in and the testing is pretty good. The engine's staying super solid. Already I can tell that the suspension feels a lot tighter and also a bit softer as well, if that makes sense at all. Before it felt like if you had the hardest coilovers in the world, but these are actually stock suspension, so I was kind of confused as to why the suspension in the Z was so rough, because it was even more stiff than the suspension in my WRX, and that has coilovers on it, so this feels a million times better already. The steering's a lot more tight too. Yeah guys, this feels a million times better so far. It also got rid of the clunk that was going on whenever you'd hit bumps and stuff like that, because that bushing was just completely shredded. It was just bouncing around on the bolt basically. While this car isn't super fast, I'm pretty surprised at how much get up and go it actually has. For being just a little two-seater V6 car, it's actually got a decent amount of pep. It's nothing like a boosted car for sure, but it's surprisingly powerful for what it is. And if you were to want to drift in this car, it would definitely be perfect for that. I'm waiting until the clutch is broken in, and then I'm going to take this thing for some spins. Probably going to put the bags on first, so we're going to do a little test run of how well doing donuts with bags works out. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't end up costing myself a lot of money, but it'll be worth the experiment. There's not a lot of information on how hard you could go on bags, so I kind of want to test that out for you guys, and I want to get you guys some information on how much abuse some bags can actually take. So we'll go ahead and test that out, and I'll get back to you guys. Hopefully today I'm actually going to be putting the bags on. It's kind of hard to find time because I want to do it all at once and not have to start and stop, especially because my Subaru will be sitting outside and I really don't like doing that. So if we have to work into the wee hours of the morning to get that thing installed in here, we'll probably do that. But yeah guys, this feels amazing so far. I would definitely recommend these control arms. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, I have no sponsors at all, but they feel great. The bushings feel super solid. The ride quality feels a million times better. If you're looking for replacing your bushings, you could do it for like 35 bucks, but you're gonna pay for it in the amount of work that you gotta do to get the old bushings out and then get the new ones in, because you gotta cut them and burn them, and you gotta do so much stuff just to get the old bushings out of these control arms. So I would honestly recommend either, if you have to do this job, just make it easy on yourself and buy whole new lower control arms, either OEM or these aftermarket ones. Like I said, the OEM ones really aren't expensive at all, but if you want poly bushings and something that looks nice, these ones come in a couple different colors too. I chose black just because the black looks clean, but I think they came in red and blue also, and silver. So you can pretty much get a variety of colors to match your build. I'm super stoked, my dudes. This feels a million times better, and it's definitely ready for the bags now. I didn't really want to put the bags on with that crappy lower control arms being all nasty like that. It would have just done some damage probably. So she's ready for the next step. So I'm going to finish up this drive, and then I'll get back to you guys when I get to the garage. Alright guys, so there you have it. That was the lower control arms on the 350Z. Next thing we got coming up is a pretty big surprise, and then we got the air suspension. So the next couple videos are going to be really good. So if you guys like the video, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.